touch on Coenen really quickly. I mean, Coenen is next. Coenen is coming. You know, the move to MXGP is an interesting one. You know, had really deep conversations with a lot of people about it, and I don't know how I feel. Right? Because I don't think that his long-term future is in MXGP. Like, I think he's coming to America in 2026. I feel very confident that he's coming to America in 2026. So maybe it's just, hey, we want to send him out there and see how he does and give him a shot at it. I know they tested the bike. I also know that Red Bull KTM DeCarly team needs a 450 rider, right? They didn't have that hotshot guy to put there so he can fill that role. So there was a lot of push-pull, a lot of unique circumstances that are leading to this, but that kid's the real deal. Whether or not he shows everybody in 2025 or not on a 450 is not, you know, I don't think that will be the deciding factor, but I'm just telling you that the talent that kid has and the will to win and all of the things you can't teach that he has are not going away. He's only 18 years old, and that kid is destined for greatness. Regardless of which series or which continent he's on, I'm telling you right now, that kid's destined for greatness.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a little bit of a weird one in some ways, like you said, because you'd assume he'd be dropping back to the 250 when he goes to America on Supercross. So I guess we don't know all the inner details, like you said, but yeah, it's a big step. And, you know, his mindset's just so forceful, and, you know, he's got an insatiable appetite to win and succeed, and second's not an option for him. And I guess just before we go, just a couple of words on Kai de Wolf is also another man that could be racing MXGP, and he's also going to the States to do a bit of Supercross riding and testing. So just your take on that too.
Yeah, de Wolf will be interesting. I don't know what to make of his plans. I know he wants to be in America. He was telling anyone and everyone that all season long that he wants to be in America, but there isn't really room for him at the moment. So I don't know how they do that. You know, Austria needs to protect their up and coming MXGP contingent, right? They need someone to stay over there and win MX2 and MXGP world titles for the next decade. I would assume that a year ago they had Lucas Coenen and Kai de Wolf in those plans. No, I don't know if that's going to change. You know, the simple fact is, if the Austria group won't take them to America, someone else will. That's what they have to face as well, right? They can't just say, no, you're staying in MXGP, because Honda or someone will sign them. Just like Jorge Prado is going to end up going to Monster Energy Kawasaki. Someone's going to take him to America. It doesn't have to be Austria. So he's going to go test. He's going to go ride. A guy like Mitch Payton will take Kai de Wolf tomorrow. If he's available, he will sign him tomorrow and find a way with Monster backing. They will do it. I promise you. They have a really full team, but they will find a way to sort this out. Now, Kai's going to be in MX2, I think, for sure in 2025. I think that is a guarantee. He is going to be back there. But for 2026, it wouldn't shock me at all if both of the Coenen brothers and Kai de Wolf was in America. Now, I don't know about de Wolf. It's a little bit more uncertain. I think Lucas Coenen and Sasha Coenen's fate is a little bit more set. But there's no doubt that these kids want to come to America. Like, they, right or wrong, they feel like there is opportunity, and they like the way that American racing looks at the moment. So, yeah, interesting times. You know, I'm sure that In Front and David Longo hate seeing and hearing those comments, and especially like Jeffrey Hurlings in Spain. That can't fit well with them. And you don't want to see mass exodus the way you did 10 years ago with Muscan and Roxon and, you know, all these guys. As soon as they get good, they're gone. That was the thing. You don't want to see that happening again, because they had done a great job of retaining all that talent since then. The Febres and the Geisers, and they kept them, the Prados and the Cairolis, and they kept everyone. And this would be a return to that formula of them getting good enough to leave and then leaving. So there's a lot of politics and a lot of conversations that need to be had in the short term to make sure that the status quo remains where it is, because that same old conversation is coming up again. When I was over there in April this year, I was shocked at how much I heard it, and I had not heard it in a very long time the way I had about, hey, these guys want to go to America. Where do you think they should go? And I'm like, wait, what? Like, these are the quote unquote next for MXGP. Like, where is this coming from? But it was a really prevalent conversation. So interesting times ahead, no doubt.